me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money bag, 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 woo, money bag, money bag, money bag. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you gon' your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Collins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Gone.
From the gun, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the 1st half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, That's normally something you see down near the goal line, because now if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Going.
This time Jackson will throw it. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Rivers now on 2nd down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it. And he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200. Wasn't in a crazy game, but very good. Solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Open man, it's Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A give. This is Michel. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd down, Rivers. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face a third down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Terrell Suggs in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And an alley to run. And a loose football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, Jackson flushed out right. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now Collins. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. Able to get away. Flush to his right, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
And now out on the field. Here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, Rocket! Hey, Hunt!
Now a second down throw for Rivers. To Michelle on the dump ball. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go play action here on first down. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 36 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
On second down, Michelle. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Hey! Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey, Hunt! Hey, Hunt!
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Sony Michel, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson dancing to his left. Oh, he stays up. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
This is Collins on the handoff. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Jackson down, operating from the gun. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Keep it skinny. Hey, left. One now a little bit. Okay. White.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Behind.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. With it is Brown. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson on third and long, escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short, and now it's fourth down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw, Rivers. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, a battle for it, and it's intercepted. picked off by Tavon Young. And he's got some space here. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Sony Michel, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, hey, here's an update from Nashville. And the Redskins moving out in front in that game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Collins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go again with Collins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Returning, it's Benjamin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, go orange 5-4. 0.
Now Rivers going deep here for Allen. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
This time Jackson will throw it. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're on to the second half now down in Miami. It's now a 2-touchdown lead there for the Dolphins. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Play action. It's Jackson. On the move, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Sam Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They're pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Let's go.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Rivers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The longtime Charger, Eric Weddle, makes a stop against his former mates. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Michel. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and he's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Lucky 56. Gone.
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now Jackson forced out to his left. It's a gain of 6 on the play. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown, the point after, but a little...